Before we proceed, do not forget to subscribe to Bench Buddies. You have been in film and television space since late 80s, if I know correct.
Yeah, right.
According to you, like since Surbhi and you've been part of Hum Aapke Hain Kaun Rajeshri Productions, how much has changed over 3 decades with respect to a day on a set, whether it's technology, whether it's coordination, any other aspect?
Yeah, a lot has changed. I think I'll talk about films because television is another industry altogether. But films may, of course, a lot of like from the production point of view, it has become more corporatized and digital. Disciplined. I would say. There are actually contracts in place. People expect bound scripts, which was never the case in the late 80s and early 90s. Like narrations were done just aise hi, and actors were selected by directors, producers, basically, and now there are casting directors, so each and everything, there is a division of labor for each and every part of it, which is a very, very unique process, na? So I think I like the fact that there are casting agents who kind of scout around for talent and get talent from places which we are not aware of. So that's very important. The other main change that has happened, I think, on the set is the fact that the kind of infrastructure that is there on a film set now is very good for women, because earlier, like I remember even during Hum Aapke Hain Kaun, like in outdoors we never had vanity vans or anything like that. We would kind of get ready, especially in the outdoors, we would get ready in rooms and things like that. And sometimes if we had to film songs outside in the like open, like, in the greenery and whatever scenic locations, there we didn't have any possibility of going to the loo, the washrooms. There were no washrooms. So for men, it's easier to go anywhere, but for women, you can imagine how difficult. So everybody used to kind of go together, hold dupattas, and kind of do the job, because you can't. I mean, nature calls. You just have to go. So very often what used to happen, like, and this is something that Madhuri had shared with me when I did Hum Aapke Hain Kaun, the first thing she told me was, whatever happens, don't stop yourself from drinking water, because that's the first thing women do. They don't drink water through the day so that they don't have to use the washroom.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So she says, please drink water, because it can, completely ruin your skin, which is what had happened to her, because she used to shoot so much. Every day she would have to wear the makeup and then not drinking water, because this was the situation. So such a small thing, one doesn't think of the importance of a good washroom, but this is what has changed, and we are more gender equal now. In terms of our communication on the set, there are much more women you find in front of and behind the camera in all departments. So I think that's a great change for the film industry.
Definitely. You feel how did not no one think back then ki this is a basic necessity? And
they would just take it for granted that they would manage. Like, how can you manage?
This is I mean, you've seen definitely some real tough times. Thankfully things have changed. Thankfully diversity, there is equality, and there is not everything is not verbal. Literally everything is on paper, which is the best change I feel. And everybody,
we have associations also in charge of unions, so that at least somebody can fight on behalf of
exactly. Now we have both bodies to held responsible for if anything goes wrong. And that's the best part about things and change. Amazing. Now, after a long time, I saw you on screen, and that too on a digital platform for a Dice Media web series called What the Folks.
That's right.
Season 2 trailer released, and I'm like, wow. What I absolutely loved about your character and the way you portrayed it is an individual who understands responsibility, who is calm, especially when it's required. When everybody can lose their mind, she keeps her calm, and she gives the advice only when she sees the situation and the timing is right. She's not bato-fying advice unnecessary, like how we've seen.
It's not preachy.
Right. Yeah. And that one particular scene where the bahu comes in and she's like, "Mummy ji, aap itna sorted कैसे रह लेते हैं. And that is the that is the best scene across season 2 for me, and the piece of it. How much do you actually relate to that character from as you are in real life?
I think I relate a lot to Vandu, though I'm not, that perhaps that brusque. Vandu has a very brusque way of saying things, especially with her husband, Kiran, and she have this thing going.
Yeah.
But definitely the kind of person she is, she's her own person. She's come from a lot of experience of being a working mother.
Right.
And she doesn't behave differently towards Anita or towards Nikhil or towards her daughter. There is no discrimination in her mind about any of the three children, whether they are her own or somebody else.
Exactly.
I think that, of course, I relate to very, very strongly, and it is one of the reasons why I accepted that role, because I felt that this is a kind of space which is what many of our modern day mothers-in-law are like.
Right.
And which is not represented enough in our television serials, unfortunately. Definitely. Because that space is taken up by women being women's enemies, basically. There is no place for good advice and, a good relationship or a healthy relationship between a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
And the other thing which I identify with is the fact that even though you are related by marriage, to have a direct communication with the person rather than going through the person that you are related to.
Right.
Like her direct communication with Anita sorts things out.
I'm really hoping and fingers crossed that season 3 is coming soon. Yes, things were delayed. I read about it, but I really hope things are moving forward. And I am wanting both the parivars to come together under one roof. That would be a scene to watch. That would be really amazing.
That would be dhamal.
Literally, in one simple word, would be dhamal. Now, an important aspect of Tribang as the whole concept and the movie was miscommunication. Do you think the parent-child relationship, especially in terms of communication, has improved over the years?
I don't really know. I mean, where I'm concerned with my children, it is always a very open relationship. Basically, because I shared that kind of relationship with my mom. I never had a communication problem with my mother. I think she is way ahead of her time, which helped. And I'm trying to be way ahead of my time so that I can help my kids, be open with me and be my buddies, even binge buddies, by the way. So there are a lot of things that I watch with my sons, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, things that I might not have chosen to see on my own, but I see it with them because it's something that I like doing, because then we can communicate. I can understand what their likes and dislikes are, what they. So generally, I would say that communication, yes, with the digital input, I think certain parents find it very difficult to deal with their children now, because they, as you know, have come from an age where this technology was not part of their lives at all, and so now for them to adjust to it, even online banking, online things, and this can create a lot of friction between the two generations in that sense. And I feel that somewhere, because they're so, self-involved, like, basically in their Instagramming and their Snapchatting or whatever else it is. Therefore, then, you see tables where people come together to eat, but they're all involved only in their phones. And even in parties, you see they're sharing jokes. They're sitting next to each other and they're sharing jokes through their phones. So I think that somewhere there is too much communication, and yet there is a breakdown in communication.
Absolutely.
Which is a strange dichotomy that we've not yet been able to tackle. And the parents every day have to deal with new information, which I think is very difficult. Like, in terms of even inclusivity, they do not know how to deal with certain things when people are coming out of the closet, or things which are normal now and are very acceptable. But it's difficult for them to accept. So it's like there are so many things which their parents didn't have to deal with at all.
Right. They have zero idea of how to deal with that kind of situation.
Absolutely. And nobody trains you to be parents, actually. And nobody can.
There is no manual.
There is no manual.
Absolutely. So when you, as you mentioned, you binge watch certain shows, sitcoms with your kids.
Yeah.
Do you also pick up slangs? Do you also wonder what is this new language they speak sometimes?
Yeah, yeah. I ask them all the time. In fact, I must share something very funny with you. Like, I mean, so many words that we use normally have changed their meaning now. Like, you
Yeah,
know, the urban slang and millennial slang is something that is evolving every day.
literally.
And once I just shared a picture of mine with a Netflix glass because,
Uh-huh.
you know, I had
Yeah,
got that mug
yeah.
from Netflix and I was saying, you know, Netflix and chill. And my children were scandalized. They asked me to delete it immediately. And I said, why are you so scandalized? And they told me the real meaning. I said, yaar, chill bhi nahi kar sakte ab. That's too much.
Oh, fantastic. When not acting or directing, what do you do in your free time?
I love watching movies, of course, not just because they are part of my profession, but because I genuinely am a lover of stories.
Wow.
I love reading. I love photographing nature. Like, luckily, I'm blessed with a beautiful, you know, greenery all around my house.
Uh-huh.
And the kind of variety of birds that come in and sit on the various branches. I
Wow.
mean, I just love photographing them, observing them.
Uh-huh.
So I think a lot of my time goes in that. I love to listen to music also.
Before we move on to the game section, what is that
Hmm.
one piece of advice would you give for all the budding actors and directors?
I would say that first of all, there is no such thing as an instant fame. Like, if there is instant fame, then there's a possibility that it'll go away also instantly. You
Yes.
know, in today's world, like, I mean, things that go viral,
Yeah,
very various things just you know, randomly go viral, but the next day another thing replaces it. So you
absolutely.
can't really count on that kind of fame
Yeah,
as something that is long lasting.
yeah,
For long lasting fame, you really have to persevere.
yeah.
And my advice would be to keep trying, because sometimes you're not at the right place at the right time, and a lot of luck is required to be at that right place at the right time.
Yeah.
And you know, very often people are not selected out of their auditions, and they start feeling depressed about it.
Uh-huh.
I'm pathetic at auditions. Okay, I never get selected after
Oh,
auditions. One or two places where I auditioned and I got selected, but I am actually very bad at auditions. And that does not mean that you're bad at acting. It's
mhm.
sometimes that you're not correct for that character. You
Right.
know, so one shouldn't feel depressed or carry that kind of thing inside you, that, oh, I got rejected. You
Yeah.
have not got rejected.
Right. Right.
They have found somebody who is better suited to that particular
Like,
look. And the other thing is, keep trying. I feel that 100%, wherever you get the opportunity, don't look down on any opportunity. Just give it your 110%. And you never know when that thing will turn. You know, the tide will turn,
yeah.
and you will, you know, kind of make it. After making it, see to it that you remain grounded, you
Ah,
remain somebody who keeps learning,
right.
behave well with people around you, be kind to people around you, especially people who are not in positions of power, so
Right.
that, you know, it just makes the atmosphere much better for everybody.
I
And you
was,
know, this is a field which is very temporary.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not really, I mean, there are very few people who can have this kind of long lasting fame and everything.
Career.
So
Yeah.
you have whatever it is you are the instrument of your you know, your art or whatever your
Absolutely.
profession. So be loving to yourself also. And you know, be sort of choosy about things. I mean, then you can create a long lasting
Absolutely.
sort of
Yes.
effect.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I was speaking with an actor who is a budding actor. He works a lot with TVF, the House of TV.
Right. Oh,
Name is
okay.
Saad. So Saad said
Uh-huh.
in our chat कि he personally believes 4 दिन की शोहरत से अच्छा है 40 साल की मेहनत.
Bilkul. I agree with him. He's a very mature person.
Yeah. Great. So let's play a quick game. The game is
Okay.
called Never Have I Ever.
Ah, okay.
Okay? Simple fun. Right?
Sure.
Okay. Never have I ever had an injury while shooting.
I think not an injury as such, but definitely the board of Surabhi had nearly fallen on mine and Siddharth's head.
My God.
Because that हमारे पीछे हुआ करता था ना, that
Yes, yes.
Surabhi.
Yeah.
So that used to be put with masking tape, double tape.
Oh.
And sometimes, it would lose its stick and
This,
it would fall. So we had included that in the bloopers also.
oh,
So yeah,
near, very close to that.
near.
Never have I ever fallen asleep during a film screening.
I have
Yeah.
lots of times.
Okay. Never have I ever been anxious on sets.
I have been anxious on set, so I can't say never. In fact, anxious in the sense that suppose the timing, na, like
Uh-huh.
especially in television, you have to finish your work in
Right.
a particular time.
Right.
And sometimes I find that people are just not being serious about that. Then I feel very anxious. Ki, let's
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of finish the job. And but otherwise, like I won't say anxious, but slight nervousness when you begin something new
New.
is
Yeah. Yeah.
always there just before you get the character, and
But
that's
that's
soon.
butterflies feeling which.
Yeah, little feeling,
Yeah.
that's lovely.
Amazing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. With the whole observation that so far I have chatted with you, I understand that you're a very organized kind of individual. You like things on
Yes,
time, properly, time to
yes,
time.
yeah, very much.
I am myself pretty much like that. So that's amazing. All right. Never have I ever forgotten a birthday of a family member.
I have forgotten to wish. I've not forgotten, but
Okay, that's fine.
very often what one does is that one remembers and then says, "Ki, no, this is not the right time. Let's
Fine.
call later,"
Right.
and then it's over and done with. And I must say that my mom is the best. Like my mom always, the previous day to my birthday, like she'll always we talk two
Yeah.
times in a day, like morning and night,
Okay.
every day. So at night, like, oh, it's your birthday tomorrow, and she's like really, so
Yeah.
happy about it and all that. The next day, I call her up and we have this conversation and everything, and she forgets to wish me.
Oh, so sweet.
And then, after that, my brother and sister-in-law will have called and said, "Oh, the Renuka is planning this," and then she'll suddenly say, "Oh my God, Tubelite,
Yeah.
I forgot to wish her."
Oh, great, amazing. Um, Never have I ever had to cancel a trip or vacation last minute.
I have cancelled many.
Oh God. For legit reasons.
Legit? No, not at all legit. It's just that, माझा पाय निघत नाही मुंबईतून.
Oh,
So
that's
the last minute, I'll always make some or the other excuse and I will not go.
oh, amazing. My next question was regarding excuse. I'll just slightly modify it. Never have I
Okay.
ever made an excuse to go out for a party.
Oh, many times. I'm not a party person at all. I'm a total party pooper. So I've made a lot of excuses. And
Amazing.
when my children were younger, they were my best excuse. But now they've grown up, so I can't use that also.
आता नवीन कारण शोधायला पाहिजे.
आता शोधायला लागतील.
All right, last one. Never have I ever been rejected for a role which you felt I am perfect for this.
No, I've been rejected for roles that I felt I'm perfect for.
All right, and you
But
did.
very often after I see the end product, I feel कि अच्छा ही हुआ.
It's a blessing in disguise. Oh goodness. So this is nice. You've been absolutely honest. Thank you so much for that. And if you can share, where can we see your next work, if you're allowed to say so?
I don't know. Behind the camera, though, it's going to take time because I'm still writing the script that I'm working on, so that will take a bit of time. In front of the camera, I'm going to do a film now. I'm going to shoot sometime in the end of March.
Wow.
So perhaps at the end of this year, you will see me. I can't tell you the details, unfortunately, but it's like I think a mainstream film, and you might be able to see me in that by the end of this year. I guess it should be released.
Fingers crossed. Looking forward to that. Thank you so very much for sharing so much, being honest, and we wish you all the very, very best for all the upcoming projects for you.
Thank you so much. You too. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this conversation as much as we did. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to Binge Buddies for more such candid conversations. We'll see you next time.